No. So welcome you all for our this series of sessions to learn something great things for our life. We all want to have a greatness, and many aspects are there which we can learn. Like life is always about learning. So there are two perspectives. One is called as a hotel, and one is called as a hospital. So hotel perspective means we think life as meant for enjoyment, because a hotel we go and give our orders, right? We put our orders, and then whatever we want we choose. There is a menu card, but life is not always like that. We have our menu card where we want certain desires, certain plans, and certain things to be fulfilled, but then that menu all the time doesn't work. It is always a big what you call hope against hope. It's always a struggle. So, but another perspective is called as what? It's called as a hospital perspective. Hospital means what? We don't have a choice there. Like let's say I cannot ask the doctor, right? Give me the medicines. I like sweet ones. Those only you give. No. Doctor will prescribe and we have to follow. Simple. Right? So same way life, if you think as a hotel, there always be a frustration. But if you think as a hospital, like we are having a disease, and what is a disease? We'll be going to learn today something special. So disease in the sense, not as a physical only, but in regard to our mental state, mental conditionings. So it's about understanding the diseased condition, and then the doctor is something, the one who knows about the life, who can help us to get cure of this disease. And when we follow that plan, like a patient, when he follows the plan of the doctor, naturally the disease is getting cured, and then he can expect something good things in the life. But in a diseased state, when you try to take the food which is prohibited for him, like let's say somebody, sorry, a doctor says that the oily food is not good, but then if he eats oily food, naturally then he will have a serious problem. But then when he follows that, then he can get a healthy life. He can have a very good things. So sometime following may look like a very painful for a time being, but for a long term it is very beneficial. So we have to see the short term goals and the long term goals. In the short term, some things may be very nice, very lucrative, but for a long term, they may turn out to be something side effects and many others. So that's why today's topic is about enlightenment. You are able to see last two meetings we did about the gratitude G and a respect R. So today is about enlightenment. So just begin. So yeah. So enlightenment word means what? Generally we get an idea, right? To get something better, to understand something nice. So if you see here picture, no, all around there is a dark, and then there is a light. So something in that perspective. When there is a darkness, means what? Things are uncertain. We have certain worries, anxieties, and all. Then how to have a right perspective? How to get a vision? Like a night time, when the street lights are not there, our for the vehicles, the upper and the dippers, what they call the focus lights are not working. Very uncertain. We may hit also somebody, or we may fall into the valley or something. Or another way, everything is right, but still we get many unexpected things. And that's even more challenging. Although I am going very fine myself in life, I am doing everything nice. Why I am not getting things what I want? Whereas I see the other podmates, I see other classmates, I see other so many things we have to compare with. These people are not doing, they are doing cheatings, they are doing things and all, and then everything is coming right way for them only. So what's the life is about? So that's we have to understand. So enlightenment means what? To put it in a simple language, to to get a vision, to understand the life in a proper perspective. That will become a very easy for us. So, but then if you have a wrong perspective about life, then obviously the things will not be clear. Like if we don't learn the science properly, then how the formulas are getting developed, how the equations are getting done, things will not be clear much. So we have to understand about it. So let us begin this thing. Just give me a 1 minute. Are you all able to hear clearly? You can come to this VIP. Sorry, here one guest had come. You all are able to hear me clearly? Shall we continue? Because I'm in a different place. So the network, please let me know, okay? Because to make sure that connectivity is proper, I just connected to some Wi-Fi here, what is available. So you all are hearing clearly? Is the sound is clear? You are able to see the screen? Yes, Prem Kumar?
Yeah. Yes, sir, clear.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. In case any interruption comes, please tell me. Clear. So let us begin. Everybody has a one desire in life. Can someone say? Everybody is wanting this one thing in life. One desire. What is that? What we are looking for in life. Of course, we have many desires. We can say, I want a job. I want a nice partner in life. I want a good car. I want so many things. But then they boils down to one, which is a need. And these are the ways which we try to fulfill that. So what is that one thing I am asking?
Happiness.
Very nice. Who said? Yes. Yes, happiness. Isn't it? All of you agree? Is there anybody who says that I don't want happiness in life? I don't look for happiness. No, either of the way, because the happiness is a very gross word. There are many different terms for the happiness in correlation. Happiness or a peace or a bliss or a fulfillment of heart. But put together, all one looks for that feelings, what we get through. So happiness is a one constant urge everybody is looking for. But the tragedy is, this in the search of happiness, when we go, the object in which we invest, thinking that that things will give me happiness. When you search for happiness, this interesting quote I found. We search in the Google many things. So once the one boy was searching in the Google the happiness, and then the Google gave him a correct word. Did you mean Krishna? Means did you mean God? So point is the happiness need to be understood. We want a happiness for a short term or a long term, for a more flickering happiness or for unlimited happiness. What do we are looking for? So like let's say child will eat a chocolate. Oh, very nice, tasty. Again tomorrow you'll ask for another one. But then there are some things which really make us completely happy. No more, that's called as a satiation. This is not a kind of a negative term. I'll explain you a few things to make it more clear. One goes to the such a state. Now let's say now you came to JEE now. I mean you're in IIT after writing your JEE exams or GATE exams. Now if you're mad for a cycle, it is a craziness, right? Small children, they're crazy for a toys, for what you call some small cycles or tricycles which balances the things and all. So if we are mad for that, then this is a foolishness. Because we have grown up now, we have gone to the something better heights, where our what you call perspective and the things where we are investing is even more broader than the small narrow minute things. So the God is the most broadest and is the biggest. So when we connect to the God from that perspective, everything is involved. Like I ask for a chocolate, I'll get only chocolate. I ask for a cycle, I'll get only cycle. I ask for a job, I'll get only job. But if I ask for God, I'll get everything. Logical, no? God is the biggest subset, is a full set. And there are many subsets. You study the set theory. Like that we have to understand. So let's look about this. They're very interesting video I came across. I thought I'll show you how the life's happiness goes through. I'll just share the sound and then let me know you're able to hear. Sorry, your sound is coming. Was that sound was there for you? It was just a music. You have to read the caption as such. But music makes us more lively for the sound.
स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदा आगमपायिनो नित्यास्तांसि दीक्षस्व भारत.
You could observe it. Was that clear video for all of you? You could read the titles as such. There are titles was only few, but the situations are shown. Some examples, especially with the sports. Many things we see the experiences in the sports. India is also cricket. Some cricket things also would have shown. Was that clear? You could understand?
Yes, sir, it was clear.
Yeah. Thank you. So it's interesting, no? When the things goes, when the happiness comes, we think that now situation is never going to change. I have made it. But then very soon the situation comes in a different way. So we hold on to certain perspective. Next one. So we hold on to some things and all, and we go in a default mode. There is a default mode and then there is a design mode. So when the day starts, so how do I want to go my day ahead? So I should design my plan, right? I should be doing my exercise. I should do some meditation. I should go to the tiffin at this time. I should have a lunch, my classes, my meetings, my assignments, right? And I should have a whatever call in the homes. Basically, I should design my day. If you don't design, it goes by default in a default mode. So many times we take life in a default mode, but that's not the fact. There are many things behind we have to understand. So this is about one. Yeah. Can someone like to share what do you observe in this picture? Do I need to increase the brightness will make you to see clearly, or it's irrespective? I think that no? You are able to, you can zoom it maybe in your screen a little bit, or it's very simple, but something interesting you'll observe here. Yeah, you can write in the chat, or you can unmute and say also in a short words. Anybody would like to say? So,
Sir, may I?
yeah, please go on.
Yeah. Sir, actually, the person is stuck from problems from every side, but still he tastes that honey that is dropping.
Good, good observation. Your name? Your
Nandini.
okay, thank you. Is Prem Kumar has written in the chat. He's in a dangerous situation, can't move anywhere. Correct. That's a half answer you gave. But I think the other student Nandini has mentioned there is a drop of honey is coming. So this is the situation. Actually, this is not made an imaginary way, but this is what exactly we all are in. This is what is happening all around we see in this world. So what is this? This is explained in the Puranas. So you see the two rats there, right? One is a black rat and one is a white rat. So what does that mean? That is mean day and night. By every day and night, we are coming closer to the death now. The rats are slowly cutting the branch. So very soon that man is going to fall off. Now if the man thinks, okay, fine, let me leave my hands and save myself, because if I'm going to fall, that branch may fall off. How can I? If he's going to fall below, the snake is there. That is called as Kala Sarpa. So for us also there is a Sarpa waiting. That is called as a time of death. It is chasing us. Slowly, one page of the calendar we cut down. We turn, we flip over. We go year after year with so many things. So I hope you're not getting frightened by this description. But why I'm saying we have to understand about the life. Life is not in a default mode that, okay, because I am IIT, because I got a package, because I'm going to get into, life is always going to be in the way how I want to be. We have to understand the life. This is a situation for all of us. You see the bees coming there and biting the him also. You're able to observe. What does that mean? That is mean the Trivida Tapa. We get the Trivida Tapas are described in the Bhagavad Gita as problems due to our own mind. We get anxiety, stress, depression, problems due to the surroundings. Means our friend becomes the enemy, or suddenly like a corona, one small tiny living entity shaken up the whole world. So some other living entity around create a trouble for us. And the third level is the natural disasters. We have earthquakes, tsunamis, constantly somewhere or other in these three forms they take a turn and trouble us. So they are like a bitings, the bees. And you see, that man may think, okay, let me jump up on the tree. But there is that mad elephant is about to topple the whole tree out, uproot it. And then there is no hope for that man also to take a shelter of the tree also. So there are like some more problems threatening and all. But can someone notice one more thing is there in this picture, which I did not got a response from any of one till now.
He's struck in every situation, couldn't see God easily.
Very nice. And what the God is doing actually? That's correct.
God is trying to help him.
God is throwing him a helping hand. So you just have to connect to the God. Just turn towards the God. So see, when I'm saying these points, it's not that, oh, what's the use of life then? Let's finish it off. No. So this is a figurative description to make us realize in which world we are living in. So we think about the happiness, but what is the nature of happiness? One more video. Okay, fine. After this, I'll show you. Yeah, this video you can watch now. Happiness, dizziness. We think about the happiness and enjoyment world, but what it turns to be. Yeah, I hope. Looks like he has done his IIT. All the logics, permutation, combinations, everything he has used. So the point is, the happiness is not something what you call the in the things. Happiness is not in the things. It's, and then the way how we plan to be getting that also it doesn't work. So we have to understand that, accept the realities of life, how the things goes. And so now natural question comes why it is so. When I have a money, when I have a talent, when I have a beauty, when I have a power, when I have an influence, why? Why not? Because there is something background of our life also. And that is called as what you see here on the screen. What is written here? Behind every emotions there are certain laws. You studied your dynamics, kinematics, that is for physics laws. In a chemistry, there are thermodynamic laws. And now your own specializations or whatever. Without laws, there is, I mean, any intelligent man will ask for a reason how it is happening, on what basis it is functioning. So life, when it comes, how can we take it in a default mode? Life is in a design mode. And there are the laws for the life also. So what are the law of the life? This is called as one of the law. It's called as the laws of karma. So anybody heard about what is the law of karma? Any idea anybody like to share? What did you mean by laws of karma in your BTech first year, second year? I'm just joking, but yeah, anybody knows what is the law of karma means? You heard the word karma. There is one very interesting thing I noticed. There is a one for a physically handicapped people, no? They make a wheelchair. and wheelchair or some kind of a devices by which they can walk or they can move themselves from one body to another, one level to another, and that company name is Karma. So when I saw that, it was so much correlating. And so, I mean, I don't think so that is based on any Vedic people design or something, but since I felt you will appreciate my point, why I said that. So anybody have any idea what does it mean by karma? Laws of karma. What is meaning by laws of karma? You are able to relate, right? We began with the first point about the one desire everybody has, that is happiness. But then when we go on with the expectation of happiness, when we counteract the sufferings and the problems, the situation is always troublesome or not the way how we want to be, or leads to the limitation. Many things happens, right? So we are discussing now why these things happens. There are the laws. So anybody heard about laws of karma? I'll show you a very interesting animation. This work is done not by our Indians, but this work is done by foreigners. They studied about this philosophy about karma given in the scriptures. So there's no comments. I think people are not. So let us watch. I think, sorry. So please observe carefully, okay? It's very interesting how this things works in our life. Is in the IIT campus machine. Not only. I hope you don't do like this. someone say what will be the ending now? If you are getting this video, what will be the ending now here? Purposefully I stopped just to want to know if you can catch the logic. What will be the ending now? They are hitting upon him, but he is not falling off yet. Yes, any guess? Okay. So I hope you got the point. Can now someone say what is the law of karma means? That is a video about, it's titled as Karma Ghost. So many ghosts he got haunted by. Would you like to put a word? What did you learn from the video? This is shown to, that this is they're using into the in the West for the children to teach about how life works. So you behave properly. There are many cases have been found where children are going to the extreme and they're carrying guns into the schools. They're not respecting the teachers. They're they're mistreating the colleagues and the friends and things. So if you observe the companies, the Western companies especially, they look for the Indians to recruit. You check all the big companies, the CEOs and all, globally, take a Google or anything else, Indians are the one who are leading. So why? Because not just because they're smart, they're hardworking. So I was speaking previously, life has a 4 aspect: PQ, IQ, EQ and SQ. Physical quotient, intellectual quotient, emotional quotient and spiritual quotient. Only physical quotient or intelligent quotient, yeah, you can work, but then you cannot lead as a team. You cannot be like a good friend or having a, when the difficulties comes and all, you cannot be able to handle. That need a good EQ and SQ also. So Indians are rooted with this SQ, the spiritual culture. Although externally we might be as atheist or so, but people may say themselves, but then still they have this good culture given by this land of Bharat Bhumi. Yeah. So any point has come? Yeah. Our karma is always going with us. Yeah. Nandini has written. Good. So our karma always goes with us, means our every action brings out corresponding reaction for us. So that's why there is no question to be surprised why I am getting these things in my life. There's no need to point out to somebody that because of this person I lose my career, because of this person my life got spoiled. No, that means then we are not understood the life. We're just seeing the immediate cause. But beyond that immediate cause, there is intermediate cause and the ultimate cause. Like for a tree, if I water on the leaves, oh, I should get a good fruit from here. I should water on a leaf and a flower so that I get a good fruit. So that is a foolishness. Because you think because fruit is coming from a flower or a leaves, that's why you're watering there. You don't know the science, how the tree grows. You have to water on the root. Then everything will be nourished. Obviously, we have to care fencing and put some what is needed and all. But the root is water. We have to water on the roots. Roots are the root. So same way about the life. That person might have become the instrument for my karma to act upon me. Why to be blaming upon him? Let me take the responsibility so that I don't repeat the mistakes. I don't repeat the bad things in my life when I act. Let me be the more honest, more pure, more proper. Then you see the how beautifully today we are getting the things because of our past, and tomorrow we are shaping our future because of the action of the today. So that is a life. I hope you are getting little enlightened. So this is about enlightenment. Many aspects are there, so I thought just to put some words. Yeah, this also we saw. Can someone say what scene is this? Where is this? What scene is this and where is this? Both you can say.
That is in Bangkok.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, Bangkok, correct.
Ksheerasagaram.
Good. Yeah, anyone more who would like to say what this scene is? You understood what she said? This is in the Bangkok airport, not India, not Bangalore. This is a very great site, which is taken a place long years ago. It's called a churning of milk ocean, Samudra Manthan. Like we churn the buttermilk, then comes the butter out. So why I showed this picture? So the two parties are there. If you see right hand side of our screen, there are the Devatas, and the left hand side there are the Danavas, the Asuras. So once upon a time there was a great battle between the Devatas, who are servants of the Lord, who are serving on behalf of the God, and the Asuras who are like against the God. So Asuras became overpowered. So like something to say, like let's say in a state, when the police goes out of control, the thieves and the terrorists become more prominent. Of course, there's a lot of details in this story. How can Devatas goes powerless and all? Because Devatas had done one big mistake. So not to be blaming to the demons, they are the cause. But they understood their mistake, and as a thing to rectify, the God told them, now you perform the milk ocean, get the amrita coming out of it, and you can regain your powers. Right? Today also in India, greatly it has been celebrated once in a 4 years. It takes place in the 4 places. Those nectar drops are been fall into those places. It has been mentioned. So we'll not get into the details now. But why I showed this picture? Okay, can someone say what all things happened during this churning of milk ocean? Now, if you're able to remember this, so then you'll appreciate why I'm showing this picture. What all things happened during this milk ocean? Anybody knows? They started the journey, and then one by one, it was not just that, okay, fine, you got the nectar and close, project is over, submit the report and leave the campus. This project was very tough. This assignment was very heavy. Yes, anybody knows some details at least? What all things happened when the parties set themselves for churning the milk ocean? She observed there the Mandara mountain is the rod, the Vasuki snake is the rope which is used to rotate the rod, and the turtle below, the tortoise, was been called for the stability of the mountain. And then the god above, his name I forgot. He called from the balance from the top. Like that, many avatars of the god has taken place during that time. So what all things came out when they started churning, or is the only nectar came out? Anyone knows? Okay, some chats have come. Okay, very nice. Prem Kumar is sharing. Lakshmi, Airavatam, Hala. So the very first thing happened, you know what? I'll tell you. When the snake was been called as a rope, so one has to hold the tail side, one has to hold the head side. So the Danavas immediately they shouted. They said that why you're giving us the tail part? We should hold the head part. We don't want to hold anything back. We should be in the front side. So you give us the head of the snake. So the Devatas, they asked the god Vishnu, what is to be done then? They are demanding like this. God said, don't worry, give them. And what happened when they took it head part? Because the snake body is getting rubbed with the mountain, so a lot of heat is getting generated, and then naturally the fire is coming out of their mouths, and all the demons, the bodies were burning. So when we have our selfish plan, then actually the consequences are uncertain then. Whereas devatas, because they followed the plan of the god, the tell part, okay, fine, we should not fight unnecessarily. What is the plan? Then okay, accept. So then they were, initially the head part was on the devatas side, and then the tail was Danavas. But then they demanded, how can you give something less? We want better. So sometime in our life we may get something less than the others, but then we don't know how long term who will turn out that less thing, how it will turn out to be for one, and then the so-called the external better things, how it can turn out better for others or bad for others. So like that, amazing insights are there about this episode. Why I'm showing you this, the first output came when they started this project, when they made this setup. You know, in the labs you do simulation, then you generate the results. The first thing came out is halahal, the poison, and that created such a mess. So naturally one will question, no, are God, you are telling us to follow, and what a dangerous thing has come out, and nobody was able to control that time. So I'll not ask again what all things, how they got control. You know that Lord Shiva was being called, and then he drinks that poison halahal, and some drops falls off, which is taken by the snakes and the scorpions. That's why we say today they also have a poison in their bodies. So, but then they never doubted, Lord, are you really telling us the good things to follow, or what is this happening? Output is coming like this. No, no. They had a full faith. The problem came, they turned towards the God. So successfully halal matter got solved. Then next came, many gifts were coming out, one by after another after another. So the demons were snatching, the devatas were demanding. But the God told devatas, don't be greedy. Just accept what is been left by Danavas. So devatas 100% followed. They did not ran behind what are the things coming. Because the goal is what? To get the nectar. Don't get diverted by the small gifts. So life may also offer, like I got a JE. This is one gift. I got a good package. This is another gift. I got a good house. I got a good life, good partners. Good. But suddenly something comes bad. Okay, fine. Some things comes good, something comes bad. But don't forget the ultimate goal. Keep the eyes. That's why Bhagavad Gita is such a great manual. I showed you the video initially, right? It says how the happiness and the distress, both are the parts of life. Tolerate them. Tam stitikshasva bharata. So Bhagavad Gita teaches us, keep the end in the mind. Don't get kind of allured by these externals immediately. That's the shloka is mentioned that Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kurunandana bahushakaya anantascha buddha. Just imagine you are in a preparing for your JE. If you get carried away by some new movie release, let us go for that. Or some nice family function where everybody is going for outing or something. Oh, nice chance. Let us go. And I don't get again this. Then we're surely going to lose. Our time is very precious. We have our once thing we crack, then okay, fine. You get a little time and then continue. Then you can go for things and all. But something precious is there ahead, so we can adjust. So point is happiness. The devatas, they followed the plan. That's why ultimately, anyway, Amrita story is also another detail how the Mohini avatar of the Lord comes, and then how the matter gets settled, and then the devatas are been given that. So we follow the path of God. God will supply all the good things for us. He will arrange us, provided we have a faith and we have a patience. And we continue our life following the plan what God has given for us. With the faith and patience, then surely things will follow it. So this is a one important point about that one desire I explained. Now let's see about the two worlds. We're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4. So one desire we learned. Now the two worlds, which will really help us to get enlightened about life, how it is about. So what are the two worlds? We think that, okay, fine, this is a globe what we see around. We have our India, or we have the West around, East and the West. And then we can fly over and all and be the king of the world. But this world is not all in all. There is another world also exists. Bhagavad Gita clearly explains us. So why I'm referring to Bhagavad Gita? Because I should refer to the manual, right? Then I can explain you about the life and enlightenment. If I just tell something lesser, which may help you for some time, but then later ahead, it become, like, let's say I can motivate you in regard to, okay, fine, be positive, or otherwise I can help you some smart techniques. But then they become subjective to the situations in which we are put in. They may not help all the time. But the message of Bhagavad Gita, because it is a root, it is surely going to help us all the time. So please don't mind me using some shlokas or things, because that's why the fact is about life. You have any question, comments, feel free to ask. Because a lot of what you call great wisdom is there in Bhagavad Gita. So things become complicated, feel free to ask. So I think only 5 minutes are remaining. Sorry, let's go fast. So Bhagavad Gita explains how this world is. This world is called as a material world. It describes the structure also of this world, where things are temporary and things are always giving up problems. Dukkhalayam, Ashashritam. These two words are used. We have Himalaya, we have Granthalaya, we say no. That's why the word is used Dukkhalaya. Himalaya means it's a place where ice is there. Home, abode. Or a Granthalaya means the place where the Grantha, the books are there. The Dukkhalaya, the world is labeled as a Dukkhalaya, where Dukkha is there. So, I mean, again, it's depends upon our understanding. It doesn't mean that it's a hopeless place and all, or not otherwise to say that, oh, I am finding happiness everywhere, where is a dukkha? That means then we're not seeing the complete picture. So we have to understand, that's another detailed science. But the point is, things are temporary and thing leads to the one problem after another. Whereas the other world, the God's place, is called as a spiritual world, where everything is eternal, full of bliss. Not happiness. Happiness is a sensual platform. Peace is a mental platform. But the bliss is a soul platform, which is so condensed and eternal. Ananda, it is called as in a Sanskrit. So that is a spiritual world, which is a merry-making place. You just want to do merry, just want to enjoy. So that is a true place. So look for that world. So anybody remember what we saw these things? So one world is for us, our place, and another world is a God's place. So who are these two? I showed you, I think, in the initial session. Anybody remember? Who are these two birds? One bird is a fruit-eating bird, and another bird is a looking towards the first bird. Who knows the complete structure of the bird? I just want to recall who remember. Yeah. Oh, nice. Not exactly. No, no. Half answer is correct. Half is. This is the soul. The fruit-eating bird is we, and the other bird who knows the complete stage is the God. So turn towards the God. We have the God's place welcoming for us. That is a God's place. So anyway, now I'll not explain this what this picture is, but that is a God's place, the second world, spiritual world. There are 3 ropes. You see the knot? The ropes are used to bind the person. We get bound. We have invisible ropes which are acting in our life and which are binding us. We're all bound by. You may say, sir, I am not here with any. Nobody's have bound me. I am free here. I can on my video and show you. I am free. But no, we're all bound. Any guess what are the 3 ropes which are binding us? Just the wildest of the guess. Anybody knows? What are the 3 ropes that are binding us constantly? Okay, I'll show you this picture, which is explained from Bhagavad Gita. Characters, not exactly. They are called as, you see this, the two men are acting below, right? So they are thinking that they are getting acting themselves, but no, they are being controlled. Like all of you know the puppet show, puppets. The Katputliya, Hindi is called as Katputliya. Looks like dolls are dancing automatically. Oh, what a great. So sometimes we also think, oh, we are dancing very nicely. We are doing, dancing is we're also performing our things in life very nicely. So this world is a drama stage and we're all actors. For some time we come, perform our drama, and then again leave our costumes as this body and get on to the another role. And who are these three robes? The three personalities who are making us dance. There is a puppeteer behind, right? So these three robes are the puppeteer. Bhagavad Gita explains these are the three modes, three gunas. So guna means the robe actually. That's the meaning. The Sanskrit word guna means the robe. Or the qualities also. Guna. Iska kaun sa gun hai? Hindi they say, no? Qualities also. So same, both meanings are there. So three gunas. And now anybody knows what are the three modes? Anybody like to say? What are the three modes where been what you call flux happens in our life? Sometime we're in this mode, sometime of the day we're there in that mode, and sometime we're in some other mode. Three modes are in a prominent. Very nice. They are called as sattva, rajas, and tamas. We say no. Asatoma sadgamaya, sat. So sattva, that's a mode of goodness. Rajas is a mode of passion. And tamas is a mode of ignorance. And to say a quick description, the goodness means we are having a proper discrimination, peace of mind, happiness, knowledge. These are the characteristic of goodness. Passion means one is selfish, one is hankering, one is greedy for more and more things. And ignorance means one is completely dull, lazy, procrastinating, complacent. So if you're having that characteristic means we're influenced by the mode of ignorance. We're being pulled by the rope of ignorance. So we should switch ourselves to the mode of goodness. So what does that mean to be switching ourselves to the mode of goodness? There are also characteristics, keeping ourselves neat and clean, studying the scriptures, keeping ourselves into the good company, doing a yoga and meditation, having a proper diet. We're going to speak at the end. So that keeps us to the sattva. Then naturally the response to the situation will be goodness, will not become tempted. You know the monkey and a cap seller? Cap seller lost its monkeys, lost its caps. Monkeys have stolen away and they're sitting on the tree. How many of you remember this story in your school days? So then the cap seller was in a confusion. How can I get my caps now? So we studied the three responses, right? One was he become frustrated, morose, and goes back to the home with the empty basket. Loss. Second, he uses all bad words on monkey. He shouts them. He kind of shows them a teeth and all. And monkeys in return also scream upon him and all. He doesn't get his caps back. He goes back. But the third response is what? Anybody knows how he gets his caps returned? In one situation, then he gets his cap returned. Here, what he does? Well, yeah, some response has come. Okay, yeah, Prem Kumar is writing. He throws a cap because he knows monkeys are the best imitators. I take my cap and I throw away. Monkeys will also take a cap and throw away. So one knows how to respond. One doesn't get frustrated. Frustration, hopelessness, negativity, suicidal thoughts. These are all the ignorance, mode of ignorance. So why I'm showing this thing just in a brief, I'll speak now because a lot of details are there so that you understand how the life functions so that we really get a enlightenment understanding. Yeah. So after the one desire, two worlds, three modes, there are four problems of life. You may say, sir, I have unlimited problems. What are the four? Why? No, these four are the roots from where all other unlimited problem comes. Anybody knows what scene is this? It's amazing, amazing. He was the top IIT student. We can give him a ever intelligent IIT student. What a brilliance he showed. Anybody knows which picture is this? You have to just observe carefully. There are the four scenes happening. Yes, yes.
Is he Gautam Buddha?
Ah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, very good. Perfect. You have to observe carefully. Anybody would like to say what is his name that time? That time he is not a Buddha. Later he got to know the name. He got the name Buddha because he got enlightenment. We're having an enlightenment session today. Yeah. What is his name this time? When he's a prince. Yeah, all of you remembered now? Yeah, correct. Very nice. Good responses. Kaushiki, Prema writing. This is a Siddharth. His name is Siddharth. The boy Siddharth. He was raised lavishly. No problems. I mean, again, lot of details are there to cut short now. One day, his minister, he wanted to go on a tour because he was never taken out. He was so finely raised inside the palace. Everything was supplied him. And he always saw young ladies and the beautiful men and then the everything handsomes and the so much opulence and the royals. So when the minister takes him out, the first picture you see on the top left, he see that some man is coughing, lying down on a it's a lot of. He said, what happened to him? Because he never saw the people who are called as a deceased. So his minister told, oh, he's a deceased man. Oh, what is this disease? He said, disease means we get some problems. I mean, we get some health issues. Oh, does this happen to everybody? He says, yes, we're all going to get diseased. Then he goes little ahead. Then he sees one man holding a stick in the hand, not able to walk. Sir, why is going like this? He says he's old. No, what is this old? This is old age. Oh, does this going to happen to everybody? Yes, old age is going to come to everybody. Then he goes more ahead. Then he sees one man is lying down and four other people are carrying him ahead. Then he asks his minister, why is sleeping there on the top? Why they're carrying him like that? This is because he is no more now. He's a dead. What is this dead means? We're all going to die. Jatasya hi dhruva mrityu. The world is a temporary. I said no, dukkhalayam ashashvatam. It's a world of a temporariness. So everything is temporary here. Then he said, oh, does that mean I am also going to die? Everybody of us are going, yes, yes. Immediately told his minister, stop now, I won't come home. Of course, we're not saying all of you to stop now your things. But the point is, he was the intelligent enough to understand, I don't want diseases, I don't want problems, right? I don't want to get old age. I don't want, right? You all agree? Anybody want old age? We all want to look young, beautiful, handsome, but old age is inevitable. That's why cosmetic industries has a huge market. People have fear of old age. Nobody likes to look ugly. So much makeup goes on. I can share so many experiences. What a joke it was. One marriage party, they kept a banner, the bride and a bridegroom. And I was so stunned. I said, my God, so beautiful people are there. I thought only cinemas they show. Here also in the village or a town, they are showing such a beauty. Then I went into that shop. There was a printing shop behind that flex. Then I saw there was the reality. That printer was using a Photoshop or something. He was removing all the pimples and the black spots from the face of that girl and was trying to adjust with all the brightness. Oh, what a fool I was to think that, oh, there is something. So the point is what? It's all temporary. It's not a permanent thing, no matter how much. The old age is going to come, diseases are going to come, and then nothing is eternal in this world. The death is going to come. I don't want to die. I don't want to get disease. I don't want to get old age. So is there any engineering which I can apply to stop these problems of life? So the Siddharth, he joined the institute to solve this is a project of his life. That's why later he became a great enlightened person, Gautam Buddha. So point is what? Understand the life first. We try to solve the problem of heat. We try to solve the problems of pollution. Right? Engineering means what? Doing the projects, giving the solution to the industries and all. But somehow we misunderstand the life only. We forget to solve the problems of life. If you work out on these four problems, everything in life will be set right. Somebody may have a placement problem, others may not have that. Somebody may have a hunger problem, others may not have that. Somebody may have some health issues in regard to the some bodily sickness and all. Others may not have that. Somebody may be healthy and all. But what about these things? These are all for everybody. So how can you solve that? So let me be such a person, lead my life, situate myself in such a way, no more old age, no more disease, no more death. Yes, there is a possibility. That's a way to get enlightenment. So solution we'll study later now. I'll just show you. Yeah. So can we continue more? 10 minutes? Sorry, we came up to 5, 6, 7, and 8. There are more 4. In case if you have to leave, you can take a leave. We'll recording is going on. But if you're okay, you're not much issue. 15 minutes more will complete. I'm sorry, I think starting became late. And then again, I think a lot of discussion I involved. But our goal is not to just complete the things. We want to make sure that you all can, even if you attend little bit also, but you should have a good, understanding, appreciation, and then application also. So 5 senses. I need not to teach now what these senses are called as, but the power of every sense is so strong. Can you quickly give example? Which living entity gets captured by sight? So much so that he loses his life only. Sight. Which living entity gets captured by sight? Then you say which living entity get captured by sound? So much so that he gets attracted by the sound, then he loses his life. Which living entity gets captured by smell? Intoxicating smell, just cannot avoid. Then gets captured and then dies. For one sense, you can give me example, whatever you can remember. And then I'll tell the conclusion. Yeah, you observe the life. In and around we have to look. The nature is the best teacher. The nature is the best school where we can learn the ultimate lessons for our life. The God is a writer for that. Yeah. Yes, can you give some example which living entities? I'm not speaking about humans, but there are other species like a taste, tongue. There is so much food available into the ocean, but the fisherman throws one bait, right? And immediately fish goes there. Oh, what nice. And puts his mouth and get caught up by that bait. And finally loses his life forever. You agree? You understand? Ocean is filled with so many food, no? Why he has to get caught and lose his life? But just attraction of the tongue and loses his life. Like that I am asking. Like sight, I was asking you for sight, right? The moth, in the night time, when the street lights or the things are on, small insects they hit upon. They hover there. But the next day morning, what you see below the pole or below the light, where that bulb is there, when the morning you get up, switch off the bulb and get on the road, what you observe in that area, they're all dead. They think something attractive. They go hit on the light, burn themselves, and then die. So sight gets captivated by sight. Yeah. Any more example? Anybody could able to think? Sound. The deers. How the hunter catches the deer, they play very special tone of a flute, and the deer gets stunned. It stands on a place, and that's exactly when another hunter he shoots the arrow, because otherwise deer speed is so high, you just cannot target it. Touch. Anybody knows the sense of touch? That mightiest of person is called as a elephant. So powerful. But the she elephant is kept at a distance, and then the he elephant runs to have a sense of touch. But on the pathway, there is a big hole, ditch covered by the grass. Looks like there is a road. And that's what elephant steps in and falls inside. And he's captured forever. This is called as a sense of touch. And then till the time he completely loses his power, looks for a food, then he becomes the slave of a circus boy. And then circus boy makes him a dance there. Although elephant can give a tight slap, lift him and throw him, but his mind gets completely conditioned. Oh, if I don't dance, then I don't get a food now. I will die. So he becomes captivated by sense of touch. And a sense of smell, very famous. Anybody knows? Sense of smell. They go and I sit, but then something closes. Anybody remember? Anybody is able to understand? Sense of a smell. That fragrance is so intoxicating. They go and sit there. You see some answer has come. Insectivorous plants. Okay. Like a Venus flytrap. Okay. Yeah, simple. Yeah, correct. Basically, the flowers, or to say to be precise, lotus. You see that small fly? I mean, goes and gets attracted by the fragrance of a lotus. Go and sit there and start sucking the honey, take the fragrance. But then, as the sun is setting, this thing, let me drink more, let me take more. And then as the sun sets, the lotus petal closes. And because he got completely intoxicated, he cannot use power of biting the petals. Petals are very light, right? He can just penetrate and come out. But he loses his. Yeah, one example has come of a rat. Right. So now why I said all this? Because we humans, we have all this fire with a full force. Elephant has a one condition, fish has a one condition, a rat or a bee has a one condition. All these example, the fly has a one condition, but human are conditioned with all these five things. Completely vulnerable. So how much we should be careful? We go on the street, we go on the street, we see the billboards, we see the cinema pictures, or we see some nice hotels. Immediately the sense of sight attracts. Nice fragrance comes, smell attracts. And we completely become slave of these five senses. So that's why we have to understand how the life works. So are we sense controlled or are we controlled by the senses? The Sanskrit word, anybody knows? What is meaning by one who has learned the control of senses? He has mastered over the senses. That is real master. It is real, what you call, yeah, we all want to become the masters, the boss. These are the five things we have to learn to control. What are these people who are called as those who controlled their senses? One nice word is there in Sanskrit.
Jitendriya.
Okay, very nice. Jitendriya. But there is one title for them. Like we have engineer is a title. Or the doctor is a title. Like that is a title given for them to know that what great people are they. So Jitendriya is a literally meaning of that. There is another word also. They're called as a Goswami. You hear the word, somebody's surname will be Goswami. So real meaning is what? Go means the senses, Swami means the master, one who has learned the control. That's why campus life, we feel so much student becomes lose themselves. Why I have some BTech friends also. They're saying their friends in the first year, now they're having habits of drinking. They fall prey into some affairs. And then lot of problems are. Why? Because lose of control of sense. Corporate life you get into some wrong affairs and things. So many issues. So senses are not in a control. Whereas what is opposite of the word Goswami? One who loses the control. He gets controlled by the senses. What is that word for that? He loses the control of the sense. Goswami, just like that, go. Anyone can guess? He's a servant of the senses. What is a word for servant in Sanskrit? Then you can put there. It's called as a das, no? Go das. So go das versus Goswami. So we can think about as we are growing in life, lot of things, the pocket is going to fill with lot of dollar notes, lot of luxuries we are going to live in. So we should not just get carried away by the demands of the senses and lose our discrimination. So we have to need some Yeah. Anyway, I think this picture also I showed all of you. How to control them, the solution is here. So I think if I ask now again, a lot of time. So quickly I'll ask you, what is this picture? Anybody remember? Whatever you remember, you tell. There are the 5 horses are shown with the 5 senses. They become wild if they're uncontrolled. Whole chariot is going to collapse. But the person who drives the chariot is called as a driver, charioteer. He should hold the ropes very, very properly. Then the horses can be kept in a control. And the passenger will have a smooth experience. So who is that? What are the ropes? As the horses are the senses, what are the ropes compared? What is the driver is compared? And what is the passenger is compared to? How the senses I can keep them in control. I understood I have to have a control on my senses. I am showing you only gross externals. There are more internal things also, but let us work with our gross. The ropes are compared to the mind, and the driver is the intelligence, not academic intelligence, the intelligence based on the wisdom, scriptures, which helps us to discriminate between right and wrong. And the passenger is, who is a passenger who is experiencing the journey, is called as Atma, the soul, who is sitting in the chariot of this body. So it's been a great homework for us. Then there are 6 anarthas. Anartha means what? What do you understand by the, what did you mean by the word anartha? Which is very important. Opposite of the one word called as artha. Artha and anartha. So we saw the 5 senses, now the 6 anarthas. What are the 6 anarthas? We have one school syllabus for children. To teach them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have this syllabus. And children have amazingly captured, and how they have become so bright in their life with the habits and all, and so expert. Actually, this is a key. We need not to work hard for getting the concept cleared and then fear of a competition and crack the exam. The key is here. You regulate your life with a good foundation of scriptures. Material subjects will become cakewalk for you. Easily you can crack all the exams. Nothing will remain tough because intelligence is so sharp. If you are able to understand these things of life, the things which are not visible beyond the screen, you are able to see understand the life, how it functions. To understand the gross things of machine and the programs doesn't become a much hard for you. Easily you can crack. And we are seeing our student whom we are training. They're so brilliantly excelling in their career also. They're not less. So we have to understand what are the 6 anarthas. Yeah. Anartha means what? Artha means what? What do you say artha word means? Artha. We have Artha Shastra. You study now in the art, commerce, science. I mean, one of the Artha Shastra. Shastra means science, and Artha means yeah, money. That's a wealth. Or to say something meaningful. Anartha means which is useless, which causes so much damage for us. And why I showed you this picture of dogs, there is one called as a good dog having a aura on his head, and one is called as a bad dog having a what do you call the red, like a danger. So the 6 anarthas like a bad dog inside our heart, and then the good things we have, that is a good dog, the virtues we have. So what are the 6 anarthas? I'll show you with this picture. Anyone can identify what are characters you can identify in this? These are the 6 things we have. They are the 6, those who came at particular time. But to our great shock, the tragedy, all these 6 we have right in our heart also. Want to sit? Yeah. Anyone can say? Any episode you are able to identify, whatever you can identify. Many famous just by observation. Yes. Yes, go on.
Second picture is Shishupal.
Oh, very nice. The biggest one. Yeah,
Yes.
the top right.
Hiranyaksha,
Very.
Kumbhakarna.
Kumbhakarna is which one?
Small down three out of three, the first one.
The small one, the first, the tallest. No, you see, he's holding a people in the hands and stepping on. Mighty. Yeah.
Hiranyaksha, I think this is.
Which one?
This second one.
The second one. Yeah. My cursor, I'm moving here. Yeah. It's a Hiranyaksha. Very nice. Yeah. We'll take a chance from some more, or you write answers in chat. Other answers. Yeah. Anyone more would like to say? The Shishupal is the first one. Krishna chopped his head off. It was going on and on and on. Then the count over. Finished. The limit is over. So he has been chopped. So Shishupal represents envy. Yeah. So envy means envy, no vacancy. Envy. I mean jealousy, to be gross way to understand. Jealousy means I have, how he have, why can't I have? Envy is something more deeper, more similar only, but other angle also to say that he have, sorry, I have, I don't have, how can he have? So I will destroy his things also. So Shishupal was envious. Yeah. And then the second was spotted, told by as a Kumbhakarna, the tallest left here. He represents the laziness. Right? Illusion is the second one. Yeah. Next one was said next to that is Hiranyaksha, who has been killed by Varahadev, the boar incarnation. He represents the greed. He captured the whole earth only, right? So greed. People have actually now also same thing happening. We dig out the resources from ocean. We're digging out the earth. So practically we're completely, slowly, whole imbalance is going to come. And that's what Hiranyaksha did at the greater height. He took away the whole earth planet only. So complete imbalance is the greed. Already nature is supplying for us. Be very satisfied and lead life for a higher purpose. But then sufficient for everyone's need, but not for one man's greed. Cause destruction for everybody then. So modern things are going on very disastrous way. So Hiranyaksha represents the greed. Yeah, the last one was said as Prem is writing is Ravana, Dashanan, right? 10 heads, and he's capturing on. I mean, he's threatening Mother Sita in Ashok Vatika. She was been kept. So that represents what? That represents the lust. So Mother Sita is another man's wife, but Ravana wanted to enjoy for himself. So something prohibited, enjoyment which is prohibited, adamant desire. Ravana has been warned by so many times, but adamantly attached. Siddhi Bahut. Finally lost. So lust makes one blind of one's good intelligence. Yeah, the last two, the leftmost, the bottom one, and the top one. Nobody has answered till now. Let us see. Yeah. Anyone? You were, yeah, now you can also say. Others are not saying or, yeah. Okay, some chat answer has come. Good. Kamsa in the third pick. No. Krishna killed, correct. It's not a Kamsa, it's a Shishupal's friend. It's called as Dantavakra. I mean, that's another story. Dantavakra represents the anger. He would have understood, my God, Shishupal created such a mess for his life. Why I should then go against Krishna then? But anger also, one letter short of danger. DANGR. So then obviously then lust, anger and greed, they fall in a line only. So he got destroyed by Krishna. So Shishupal and Dantavakra. And who is the downmost? There is a small boy, looks so nice, but his father looks so dangerous and throwing him off from his lap.
Hiranyakashipu.
Very nice. He's a Hiranyakashipu. And a small boy named Prahlad. So he represents the pride. So lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion. These are the 6 anarthas represented by the 6 demons. So until we add dharma in our life, no solution. Things are going to get destroyed for sure. LAGPIE, lag pi, you can remember. If you have this lag pi, our life is always be lagging. Lust, anger, greed, pride, illusion, envy. Kam, krodh, lobh, moha, mad, matsarya. Okay, now we'll end quickly. The 7 layers. What are the 7? Okay, what picture is this? Amazing. There is going to be a great diorama on this setup in the world. Record it will be there very soon in the city of Calcutta, close by. So this is a real 3D show. It's going to be a great exhibit. Anybody knows what scene is this? What picture? Or okay, who are the personalities you are seeing in this picture? You see here, he's called as the man who is lying down on the bed, who is horizontal. Because you can know by as a man and all. Correct, he's a Vishnu. 4-handed form, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. He's holding 4 things in his hand. And there is a lady sitting at his feet, massaging. She is called as Mother Lakshmi. Right, wealth, we say, no, Lakshmi. She is the Lakshmi. She is massaging the feet of a man. Means that man is a Lakshmipati. And something is coming from his navel, right? The lotus is going up and sprouting, lotus stem and sprouting up, and somebody is sitting on the top. He's called as Brahma. For all of your information, he's the first engineer of the world. You all are engineers, right? So if you in your GK question comes, who is the first engineer in the world, you can write Brahma. Of course, world doesn't recognize it, but yeah, he structured the whole planetary systems. That's why you see there so many planets, and Earth is in the middle one. So if you observe our life now, our own height also is made up of the 7 what you call inches, or what you call our hand when you stretch now, from thumb to, I can use my video to show you, but anyways, from the thumb to the finger, right? We measure by one set of finger and the next set, like that 7 set. So our height exactly matches with our own 7 sets of those hands. So this whole universe is a Brahma's 7 things. So our body is also same. Whatever height you take, it matches with your own 7 things. You measure from the top of your head to the toe of your feet. So, and then we have a 7 layers: blood, then the bones, then the marrow. It become finer, then semen at the last. These are the 7 layers of our body also covered over. And there are 7 planets above, 7 planets below. Above planets are called as heavens. How this universe is structured. I mean, there's a lot of information I'm downloading for all of you. But you'll be thrilled to know, and you'll be excited to learn more. 7 planets above, they're called as heavens. Heavens, you heard the term, right? So the 7 planets above. 7 planets below, they're called as hells. Tala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. These are the different 7 layers down. And above the heavens, Swargalok, Janalok, Tapalok, Brahmalok, all like Maharlok. Brahmalok is the topmost. So the 7 above. So the 7 matters. So 7 things of our life, 7 destinations. So based on our karma, right? You learned about karma. The placement happens for our future life. So anyways, this is about the 7, to give the idea about understand the life not just as a campus or our city or our country or our world, but the universe also is there, intra-universe. Yeah, then the 8 layers. Our body is designed with the 8 layers, not just the outside skin what we have, or at the best scientist knows there are the bones and other things inside. But this is how the scripture explains. External body is called as a gross body, made up of Pancha Mahabhut. Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu, Kham, earth, water, fire, air, ether. Then inside the body is called as subtle body, mind, intelligence, ego. 5 plus 3, 8. And then inside our true self, that's Atma. Many of you are saying, na, Atma, the soul. So this is how our life is. So when we leave one body to another, the gross body remains here. The soul along with the subtle body, that mindset gets on to the another body. What karmas we did, what desires we developed, to shape them up, the next body is tailor-made for us. Like tailor cuts the shirt or the pant or whatever our the cloth as per our dimensions, right? Our body. So same way, the next body is tailor-made for us based on the measurement of desires and karma, do's, deeds, and the what you call the desires and the deeds. This 2D. So these are the 8 layers. So to conclude with, enjoyment is underlying principle. That's why we began with. But then, what kind of enjoyment I want? I want an enjoyment which leads me to entanglement. You see here the cobweb. The spider is going on making, but it gets captured inside. So we are designing our happiness plan, but then we are getting lost in that only. Then what's the use? Whereas this turtle, it's very, very amazing. You see how intelligent he is. He's also living in this world, but you know the speciality, right? When the danger comes, it withdraws. When it is needed to be fully open, it opens up. That's why in front of the temples, if you see, turtles are kept. Traditionally, nowadays we don't see that, but turtles, how many of you notice? I don't know, but yeah, you can look in the traditional temple, tortoise will be kept outside. Why? Tortoise will be fully open. Why? Because when we come to the God, fully open up yourselves. But when we live in the world, be watchful. Where to withdraw ourselves? That's what Bhagavad Gita himself, Lord teaches. Kurmongani Vasarvasha, second chapter it is explained. Lord gives the example of a tortoise. So our enjoyment plan, we're going to get a lot of money in our hands, lot of dollars, and trips across the globe. We're going to enjoy. Many things will come. But then how we are designing our plan. So that's why this is a things we have to all be care of. We are going to take association. We are going to get some knowledge from books. We're going to have some chats. We're going to have some food, diet, and we're going to surely engage ourselves into certain things. But we have a choice to do some things in a proper way, which will lead us to the enlightenment, or same things, if we done in an improper way, lead us to the entanglement. If you have a bad company, bad association, it will degrade us down. If you don't read Bhagavad Gita and books, if you read, it will enlighten us. Today's session is enlightenment. Right? If we regularly do meditation, chanting, prayers, it will enlighten us. It will clear all our karma. In the past, we might have done knowingly, unknowingly many things. Lord is ready to forgive us. If we pray to the God and take care of our diet, food habits. Some foods are very, look so mouth-watering. Saliva drips off. We become crazy just to put on in the body. But then we should be little intelligent enough to analyze what is going to get out of this. And at what cost I am taking this food for my belly. So again, that is a great science. So sanctioned food and sanctified food. Bhagavad Gita teaches that. So, an engagement, seva. God has given you such amazing talents. God has given you such nice, the good future in your hand in terms of the worldly people in comparison to that, where you are going to invest yourself. Now you got because of your past, but now how you are going to engage, your future will be decided. If the child uses the pocket money responsibly, father will hand over him the whole business, whole treasury. But if child becomes independent and uses pocket money for wrong things, father will stop him giving. So I need not to ask who is the child and who is the father for us. We're all children and God is supplying us, giving us the things. We take it very nicely, engage. Right? So actually world needs such good examples. And you all are going to be IITians known into the world. If you lead your life very as a good qualities as we're learning, see, wait and watch how life will be shaping up. So many people will be get enlightened. Otherwise, it's simply every action is leading to entanglement. So our journey should be from life's homework is this, from anartha nivritti to artha pravritti. Clear our all 6 anarthas and add positive things in the life. Artha pravritti means to gain and to clear. So get rid of 6 anarthas by adding the good things in life. Bad things will have no place then. They will be thrown out. So that's why ABCD you saw, right? That's why you follow. Naturally, all good things will happen. Thank you very much for all of your patience, participation, and active uh, responses and interactions. This is about enlightenment. I just showed you in a gist, but then there is so more details to learn. So we open up for your question, comments. Just to put as a memory map for you, we learn about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So can you quickly say what is 1 for? Yeah, if you are a little fast, I mean unmute, you can say fast. 1 for? Anybody noticed? We began with 1. Everybody has 1 dash. That's called as desire. 1 desire for happiness. That's absolutely accepted. But then what kind of happiness you are planning for? Then we analyzed happiness. Yeah, the next 2, anybody remember the 2 for? Happiness is not only for this world. We can look for the best place of happiness. US is the best place. WHO gives the statistics, most sickest country. I mean, highest sickness is there in the US also. US is leading in everything. Sickness is also you'll find the highest in US. Anyways, but there is another world, the 2 worlds. Don't think that this world is on and all. There is a spiritual world also. Yeah, what is a 3 for? At least you remember the 3. 1, 2, 3. What is a 3 for? This is, I think, test for your attention. Yeah, simple, no? 3 for what we saw? The 3 things which are binding us. I showed you the picture also, if you've seen that. The ropes binds us. What are the 3 ropes that are binding us? Yeah, 3 gunas. Thank you. What are the 4 things? We saw the story of Siddharth. The 4, he is a topmost enlightened person. Yeah. Buddha means the buddhi, enlightened, yeah. What are the 4 things he understood and turned for enlightenment? The 4 roots, the real, I don't want these things, but they're going to come to us. They're called as what? 4 problems. 4 problems of life: birth, old age, disease, and death. What are the 5 things? You remembered 5? We discussed many animal examples and then we compared the human case. one animal for one thing. Yeah, the 5 senses, correct. So I request just take a short note so that something tangible remains in your pocket. Otherwise, things will get evaporated. It's good for me to revise and for myself and make myself more focused. But all of you are giving your so much precious time and kind attention. And I see such amazing responses you are sharing. You have that things with you, but need to just give a channel for you to open up and then show something. Yeah, so take a note so that you can keep it with you. Yeah, 5 senses. Yeah, very nice. We saw how we are to be not to get controlled by senses, but rather learn to control the senses, control the urges of the senses. Become a Goswami, not Godas. Yeah, next 6, what we saw the 6, we saw some scriptural examples, some demons. What are the 6 called as? Unwanted things. We want to kill those demons. They're called as what? 6. The Sanskrit word was there for that, which is opposite of something useful. This is called as useless. Yeah, correct. It's called as 6 anarthas. Lust, anger, greed, pride, and illusion. What are the 7? 7 layers. Brahmaji has made this all human bodies with the shape of our 7 inches. And then the 7 planetary systems also we saw, top and the bottom. And what are the 8? Last, know about our true self. That's called as the soul or the Atma, which is having covered with the 8 layers. earth, water, fire, air, ether, and mind, intelligence, ego. Yeah. So thank you for all of your responses. Many of you could write some of the right answers. Any question, comments you can ask, and officially we stop here. Thank you.